Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today I want to talk about the new Ex-Borg Faction Extension. And there is a lot new stuff in there. And not only the Zindy, I talked about this in my last video, but also in the Ex-Borg Faction store. But before I get to that point, if you are not a subscriber on my channel yet, but do like my videos, then please do subscribe. And then also click this little bell and all notifications so that you will be notified when new videos come out. But now let's talk about the Ex-Borg. And for this, we just go to Factions and then to the Ex-Borg. And there you already see in the beginning that something is new, because before the maximum reputation was at 25,000, and now I'm already above that, and it just said max. And now they entered 6 new steps in the reputation. And as you can see, I am distinguished now instead of maxed, and the next one is celebrated. You know this from the normal factions like Federation, Klingons, Romulans, and then Bajorians and Rogue and whatever. And it's now the same with the Ex-Borg. And there's a lot new stuff in this shop now. There's not only exchanges for the Zindy scrap and the Zindy bounty, that's what I talked about in the Zindy video, and where you can get the credits you need. They also brought in new credits. The Exborg credits, those common ones you know for a long time if you had the Exborg already, but now we have also uncommon credits, rare credits, and epic credits. And those you get if you exchange Zindy scrap, or later when you are esteemed, so it doesn't work in the beginning. You can exchange Zindy bounty for rare credits and epic credits, and for Exborg emblems. You need those emblems to unlock some cosmetics here in the store later. And those are the Zindy bounty you get from those wanted Zindy reptilians. When I made my Zindy video, I was looking and looking and looking, but I still had to make it on the first day very, very fast, and I didn't see one of those. In the end, shortly after filming the video, I finally found some, and they are just those survey ships that sometimes appear in the Zindy systems, like you, for example, know with the assimilated Ferengi in the Borg systems, or with the survey ships in Delta Quadrant when you are hunting Hirogen. So that's the same with the Zindy. And then you get this bounty you need for the other exchange. And there is material exchange, which I really like. I use that with the Bajorians quite often, I have to say, because when you are at a level that you can use this, you are always low on materials, and you have a chance to get quite a lot here. But I'm not doing this yet because there's a lot other things to do. But I completely forgot to say in the beginning, all the changes you see on my screen that I can use now will only be available for you if you are Ops 40 and have at least a reputation of 22,500 with the Ex-Borg, because that's when you get distinguished, and from distinguished you can use all the new stuff. You might see it before, but then it's all gray like the Zindy bounty exchange here on my screen. But there are not only material exchanges, there are also ship parts exchanges, and ship parts are always a problem as well when you are above level 40. So that can be a help as well when you're short. And there's ship ability fuel. That's probably the exchange I will almost never use, because the other two are far more important to use the credits. But it's there. And when you get higher, there will be more exchanges from esteemed. You will have an officer exchange where you can get Voyager officers, which I would have liked a long time ago before I had them. But you also have an artifact hall here for artifact tokens and complex nanotech when you are esteemed. Esteemed was about 105,000 reputation, if I remember correctly. And then when you are venerated, which is even higher, you can get stuff for forbidden tech, And for the factions, you can exchange stuff, so you have a chance for reputation and for credits. That's probably one I will like, because you're always short on credits. And you have a style exchange. They can Ex-Borg style tokens that you can use somewhere else again. We can click and it will say, I clicked too fast. It will unlock cosmetics in this Ex-Borg store then, as the name suggested already with the style tokens. And then you have the G4 exchange, which is even better than the other ones, but you need epic credits for it. And you also get prime dolomite particles here, which you already can get now in the Section 31 exchange as well. But that's at Exalted and even further out. Right now I already have Monavine efficiency exchanges where I can get the chips for the Voyager refinery. I have Voyager exchanges where I can get the stuff for the Voyager refinery. Those two I probably won't need, but I could do if I wanted. And there's also for the Fischer and for the Stellar. Let's have a quick look there. You get raw latinum and raw concentrated latinum, and here you will get security codes and stellar particles and rogue reputation. So there's a lot on offer here, but you have to grind a lot to get it. And the same for the Mantis and the Botany Bay, for the Defiant and the Meridian. I will not go through all of this, including the Borg. You will definitely can have a look, and it's all for the materials for the refineries. And later there will be frames, kind of like that one, and hailing frequencies. But the most important thing here, at least for hunting the Zindy, especially in the beginning, are those favors. You know, those favors that are coming now from the Bajorans and from Section 31. And now we also have Ex-Borg favors. And there are 25 different ones, but one favor in particular is extremely important to get in the beginning. You don't see on my screen, and that is because I already have it maxed. That is the particle beam delay. You need at least level 1, which you can get with common Borg credits, and the level 2 is also common, and the third level is uncommon Borg credits, to deal with Zindy at all. If you've seen my Zindy video, you know they do 100 billion damage at the end of the round, and if you don't have this, they do it after the first round, and if you don't kill them in the first round, you are done. No ship survives that. And so this particle beam delay is extremely important. So that is the very first thing you should get from these favors, and the very first thing you should get in this faction store now. And as you can see, I already got it to level 3 and maxed it. So my ships will be hit by this particle beam at the end of round 7. And so I can do a little bit bigger hostiles now and collect this stuff. There's also a lot for Borg solo armadas here and things. I will also need the critical damage floor because that makes sure that when you have the level 5, that your critical hit doesn't go below 100% of normal damage. Because another thing with the Zindy you might have seen in my video is that the Zindy reduce critical hits by 500%. And that means if my ship does critical hits, it's 0 damage to the Zindy. And so I had to take U off my ship, for example. And so that's another target I have now, to get the critical damage floor and then get it to level 5 to reach 100%, so that I don't have to take U out and in all the time when I just quickly want to go to another system, because he would reduce my damage to 0. Then my damage would always be at a critical hit at least 100% of what I'm usually doing with my ship. And another one that will be very interesting for you is where is it? Yeah, so many that I have to look where it is, because that's typical. There's another one I already have. So this Zindy escalation, you can see it on the favors list, but I don't find the favor here itself at the moment. I'm a bit blind today. The Zindy escalation increases the Zindy scraps dropped by Zindy targets. And so you have to grind a lot again, especially because those exchanges are expensive. I'll get to that in a second again. And so it helps if you can increase the amount of scraps dropped to really shorten your grind. And so that is another thing I want to step up very quickly, so that I don't have to kill so many ships for the exchanges, because there's something quite mean. The exchange I showed you in the beginning, the scrap exchange, also seems to be level dependent, because for one chest exchange I need 9,000 scraps, and for a 2 chest exchange I need 22,000 scraps. And does it say levels on? It doesn't even say level. But I need much more than other people from my alliance, and I have no clue why. It's either that I'm the one I was talking, the ones I was talking to, they are level 46. I'm level 49, so this might be level dependent. But on the other hand, I might have overseen some research. But if you know a research that could have caused this, please let me know in the comments. As usual, if you have anything to add to my videos or questions or video requests, please always write a comment under my videos. And even if you just want to say hi and where you're from, I'm always curious to know that as well. But the rewards are the same. And I have to invest much more for the same rewards, and that's so unfair. And that's why I'm a bit annoyed, but I try to do my best to do the 2 chest exchanges, because here's XBorg reputation in it. And that's what I really need to get further with this now, to get Ex-Borg reputation, to get to the next phases, and to get access to more favors, to more exchanges, and so on and so on. But overall, it is quite a nice addition, and I must give it to Scopely. We have a lot of issues with the iOS version at the moment with the crashing. And usually they have a million of bugs, especially the last time with the Make It So Part 2, that are making a lot of trouble with the game, and you have no fun at all. But for once, I have to say, when the new arc came, I only had the normal trouble. I had my normal amount of crashing on iOS and no real new crashing. The only weird thing was that the new core missions appeared later than the side missions, and God knows why, but we couldn't find them. And later, after I wrote something to support, 5 minutes later it was there. And no, I don't think that they read my message and put them in or unlocked them because they saw it. But I guess a lot of people will have complained. They do not read the support messages within 5 minutes. I've never seen that. So it wasn't me. But they did appear, and 5 minutes later, and so I could do them, and that was nice. But everything is so far stable. There are things I don't like. The amount of scraps dropped by those hostiles is questionable. The appearance rate of wanted Zindys when you need that stuff for a faction store is unfair from my point of view. But otherwise, I do like this Borg Faction Store extension so far. I don't like the prices, so to speak, for the exchanges, because there is a limit to what people can play a day. And we have so much grind already that you're grinding and grinding. Nobody can do that, at least nobody with a job. And they should make that a little bit easier, because there is a time limit what people can play and should play. and they need to do some work on that. But as the Galaxy chat looked like yesterday, they might discuss that again. But otherwise, I really do like this extension, and I'm not complaining about the extension itself. And as I mentioned in another of my preview videos, they did a lot of stuff they kind of knew before they used it from other factions. And so that was a very good choice, because with the result we saw that there are no big bugs with this arc. And it's a good start for their end of the year promise to do more for quality than quantity. And at least bug-wise, this was a very good start for this promise for this year. I have to give it to Scopely. I'm complaining a lot about Scopely and their technical issues and everything. I still have the normal technical issues I had before, and the iOS issue is still there. But they didn't introduce new ones with this arc, as far as I could see. And that is really a step forward. And even with the bugs, I like to play this game. Otherwise, I wouldn't make these videos. But I'm really glad that the new arc came in so easily. I'm still looking forward to get to know what happens with the next wave battle pass, and especially the territory, because they made some announcement on changes there. I hope they inform us long before it happens. But we will see. The communication policy went the other way. It went away from quantity, but also from quality. So I hope they step that up again too, especially on the whole next territory season pass, because the information policy on that is really bad. But if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.